Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. I do apologize because I have been out of town for a couple of days for a gig, which is good. But now that I'm back, I will be putting out more contents on this channel. So thank you guys for tuning in on the first episode, and now I gotta figure out how I can fix these glasses on my enclosure. It's been a minute, so I have to bear with me. Please bear with me. I have to essentially figure out how to do the controls again. Perimeter. If I click these twice and do, can I hide this somehow? Okay, there we go. Edit barrier. Hold on. Maintenance required. I see. I think I figured it out. All we gotta do is do this, then edit barrier, and then do that, and then do that. Bruh, what's going on? Maintenance requested. Can I just request maintenance? Because barrier status is very low. Going to put that on 3 speed just to see if I get the mechanics to come in and fix the barrier. I think they're starting with the walls, which look fine to me. And it's really okay, that actually fixed the glass, which is cool. Also, on top of that, I also need to go into the zoo tab, into the research, because I was researching the one-way glass before I left last time, because my skunks, I believe, was having a little bit of a social problem because they didn't have a place to hide. So I had to change the barrier in their nest into the wooden barrier so they can have a place to hide. Anyway, today I have a couple of things on my agenda. One, I was thinking about adding another species into this enclosure, because if we look at the Zoopedia and we search up raccoon, and then interspecies enrichment, there's the North American beavers also enrich the raccoons. So I was thinking about putting a couple of beavers into the enclosure. If I remember how to do animal trading, beavers. Can I striped skunks? This skunk is actually super expensive. What the heck? 10,000 reservation point. I don't remember what conservation points. I think that's what they're called. Can I reset all? Thank you. Beavers. Okay, I can buy a couple of beavers here. This one in particular has very low fertility. Then again, I don't want to add another species into the enclosure. Looks like these two, Zoe and Yost, might be the best choices when it comes to the beavers. Might want to either one expand this enclosure, which I think is what I'm going to do. Barriers. Gates, barriers, wood log. And I think I want to do this. Add a point. Just expand it a little bit to one, give them more space. So, hold on. Can I do... Once again, it's been a minute since I last played this game, so please bear with me as I do need a quick refresher. Hold on. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Can I just delete this? Delete. There we go. Connect that, hopefully. Why is the barrier not acting the way I need it to? That's not what I wanted at all. See, let me see if I can move this to over here. Wow, it does not want to cooperate with me today. Can I please place you here or here even? Might have to move. Okay, this is getting slightly annoying. Let me see if I can move you. How do I move? Okay, there we go. Shift? No. Z. What was the control to spin you? I don't remember. Spin? I thought it was shift. Is it Z to spin? I have to put you over here. Okay, it is Z. I am sure because I just pressed Z to spin. I might have to turn off grid. Flatten terrain. Widget control. Select grid. Alright, can I now move you? It's still not letting me spin the huts in a way I want it to. I'm gonna place you here for now and move you, hopefully. Man, this is really frustrating actually coming back to this. Because it actually took me a while to get used to the control the first time I played. I know Z is to spin, but it's not letting me manually spin the building. Exit group, please. There we go. I just had to exit the building group or whatever. I'm gonna place you right here. I might end up moving the door to over here as well. Exit group, please, for the love of this game. Let me see. Can I? I'm gonna delete these walls. Press delete. There we go. Get some funds back. Alright, add this. Okay. Why is this wall being so difficult? There we go. Do that for now, and now I can click out of this wall situation and then edit barrier. Then can I move this physically, or can I might have to delete this and then place another habitat gate right here, so it's out of sight, out of way type of situation. And then I go with that. Please just select the wood log and then flatten out the walls a little bit. There we go. It's all coming together. All right, and I'm thinking about selecting, exit out that, selecting these, the entire cave pretty much. No, that's not done selecting yet. What the heck? Alright, zoom in. Select these and that. And then move you. Can I... What's going on? I thought I was able to move you. without, man. Like I said, it's been a minute, so excuse my clumsiness. Have to be pressing control, and now can I move this? Thank you. Thank goodness. Think if I press Z, this also allows me to spin. I might just do this wall right here and just expand it a little bit. Or then again I can just use this corner. The only issue with this that I don't necessarily like is that the guests won't be able to see the interior situation. What I might end up doing is, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe over here. The idea is to have the guests be able to look into the enclosure, and taking it away kind of defeat that whole purpose. So might want to put you right here, but that's gonna interfere with the water. Placing you here might be fine, to be honest. Right here. That's cool. And then I'll just give you another wall to block off the view. And then with that, I might have to move you again to over here, exit group. So I can spin you to this way. So our guests don't have to look at the building. So they can have a good experience and whatnot. Alright, it's time to look at the habitat or maybe nature. And then we look for rocks. I don't remember exactly which rocks it was. Is it the tiger rock? It might be the tiger rock. Padding rock, that's not what I need. Oh, this could work. Too tiny. Ooh, okay. You spin. This one is pretty cool. I go with this one. And then I just, honestly, looks pretty cool where it is, but I'm gonna move it a little bit. Exit group, please. And then I'm just gonna move you manually. What the heck? Did I group you with? No. Can I split group? Advanced move. You're good where you're at. Wait, why did I group? Why is it grouped? Here we go. Please move you. There we go. Then advanced move. There we go. Then I'll move you down a little bit, move you this way. And then that's cool. I'm cool with that. Move you inwards a little bit more. That's cool. And then close out of you, and then I'll move you a little bit more too. Move you this way, move you that way. So those two rocks kind of phase into each other. I might have to end up moving this rock as well. This one. Move, advance. Move you this way. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Do apologize, my vocabulary is not very rich when it comes to commentary, so I am definitely hoping to get better with that over time. But with that, I think I want to expand this path right here. Asphalt path. I have to align to grid. Turn off align to grid. Obstructed. How is it obstructed? Huh. How peculiar. Undo that. It's most likely because of this tiny wall right here. I might have to push this in. Edit barrier. There we go. I might have to push this in just a little bit so I can build a path right here. Still obstructed. Might be a good idea to group these just so in the future, if I ever need to move the enclosure again, it'll be easier for me. I group, merge scenery into group, and then how do I name this? Group 16. That's fine for now. Then if I select this, I can advance move you outwards. This path should be good. The rock is phasing out a little bit, but I'm not too bothered by it. Can I please expand? Important alert to requires attention. It seems like it's still this wall right here that's out of place. Hopefully that does a trick. That is still, why is that still obstructed? That is what I do not understand. Alright, man. Hit a barrier. Push you in more. I don't want to push you in any further. Obstructed by what? Literally what are you obstructed by? Can I just shorten the length? Does that work? What are you obstructed by? There's literally nothing there. Like, what? I'm so confused. Alright, whatever. Whatever, I give up. What requires... Oh, escape. That's not good. Is it because I was editing the enclosure? No, you guys are in. Okay, I think I know exactly why. Wait, hold on. Why? I don't think I know exactly why. Hold up. Barrier. Exhibit trading. Edit barrier. This wall right here is bugging me a little bit. There we go. Now it's fair and square. I don't like what? The animals are doing fine. I don't. They have not escaped or anything. Can I? Yeah, that works. I think everything is back to normal. All of the zoo guests has escaped, ran away. Inspector arrived in 1 month. Alright, I think it's time for me to try to attempt to go into animal trading. Beavers. Oh, now there's no female beavers. The only female beavers is gone. I think this all happens and takes place in real time as well. So I think somebody actually picked up the female beaver. This is unfortunate. I really needed one, or wanted one. Animal escaped. Oh, I see. That is unfortunately the case because I have to make everything climb proof. Climb proof. How do I do that again? Climb proof on the left? No, climb proof on the right. That's right. That works. Alright. Everything now is back to order. The guests are coming back in. We are making a small profit. So it's time for me to look into the animals. And honestly, meerkats, how are you doing? I honestly don't have a idea what I want to adopt. Or capybaras are cool, but I don't think they're necessarily North American. Continents. North America, American bison, bullfrogs, flamingo, donkey, sheeps, Arctic fox. Not benefit. Okay, let me go look at the bison. I'm essentially looking for, okay, bullfrogs could be cool. Flamingos could be cool. Donkeys are all across America. I feel like maybe donkey would be a cool animals to adopt. Let me see market for donkey. They're relatively cheap as well, so I might go ahead and build a enclosure for the donkeys. Um, Good news is I don't think they would require a climbing space. Oh, let me improve the length on this. Maybe 4 would be good. That's kind of symmetrical too. Okay, what the heck? Close out of that. That's kind of symmetrical to that, right? Kinda. Alright, maybe not. Tabs. This, that. Okay, close out of that, and then we start. I'll just start building another enclosure over here. That's going to be the enclosure for my donkeys and sheeps, potentially. And then with that, I think no enclosure. Gate resistant 2, chain link, hedge. Might go for a brick layout. Let me lengthen this. Most likely going to just like place a foundation of what the enclosure is going to look like, and then like a rough shape of it, right? And then I'll go in and add access point, control point, so I can modify it. It's not allowing me to go here. Now it's going to allow me to go here. Zoom in here a little bit. Can I add another access point, control point? Move this to that, so it's kind of flush and straight. Move this towards the wall. Alright. Then just kind of move this inward a little bit. And then I'm going to go for a glass formation here and here and here as well. And move, maybe add another control point here as well. Boom. Add a control point here. Boom. Boom. That should be good. And then I'll probably make this path. Okay, hold on. Boom. Give me glass over here. Give me glass here. All right. Then I'm probably have to let me look at the power layout. I think it's in here. It's covered by the power. What about water filtration system? I think we should be good with power at least, but most likely what I'm going to have to do is push this path in edit barrier, and then control these, and then this, I think. Then we move that inwards just a little bit for now, and see if I can sneak a path right here, staff path, like right here. I have to move these store buildings to this side of the formation. Let me see. It might be better actually. Move. Exit group. Here. What is this? I don't even remember what shop this is. Probably like a drink place. Place it right next to the bathroom so you can use it, the guests can use it right after they buy a drink. Exit. Move you, and then exit that so I can move you manually. I do believe this is like a chief beef or beef chief burger or whatever it's called. Alright, chief beef burger. Okay, alright, now we're spitting. Alright, let me exit the group. That's why I couldn't. Edit barrier. Delete this. Delete. And then do that. Then I'll be able to move this over here. Move you inwards. Probably delete this access point as well. Delete. Alright, and then put I'm going to prioritize the staff path, which is this one I use for the other side. Alright. Give you like a 90-degree angle as much as I can get it. Alright, can I just get a path right here? That's not going to work. That's not going to bend the way I want it to. Alright, what if I turn off the angle snap? Alright. This could be cool. Let me shorten this a little bit to 2 so I can have a straight path this way. Alright. There we go. Alright, this one is not wanting to cooperate with me. Hold on, let me see if I can do a longer path. I see that slither of blue. Alright, and potentially I might have to... Why is this happening? This barrier, this borderline, the dashy borderline is kind of annoying. Kind of getting on my nerves. Alright. Let me exit out of that and see what I can do with this barrier real quick. Edit barrier. Just move you this way, and then boom, and then boom. Alright. And then I'll do control point right here. Boom. This I'll probably make into glass. Just because I don't think like whenever I think of donkey, I don't think of them as being as shy and a species that requires personal space as much as the skunks and the raccoons and the beavers and whatnot. I'm not even sure if I have to give them a hard shelter. I feel like I would have to, but there's probably like a pre-built option for that. Move this inward. That's alright. I don't hate it. I'm not a huge fan of it, but hopefully now stat path 1 obstruct. That gets on my nerves every time. Why is it obstruct? Is it because of that? Well, it was obstructed before this anyway. What if I just do that and then see if I can do paths and align to grid? Deselect grid, align to grid. That's not going to help me. 5. Alright, that works. And I probably will have to move this once again. Edit barrier. This right here, boom. Move the path. There we go. Just so I can place a path down. And then turn that to 2. Can I select the middle of this? This works, but I don't want to go up anymore. Align to grid right here. Or no. Deselect grid. Align to grid. I would do right here. There we go. Alright. Give you a little small 90-degree angle right there. Now I can fully optimize the barrier. Boom. Boom. Probably give you like a keeper site right here in facility. And then I'll have to look up keeper site. Right here, or if I put you here, right? If you let me, I would want to place you. Do I have to select grid? Because I don't want to. Alright, whatever. Here you go. Do that, and then place a habitat barrier gate right here. Alright, and now I'm going to unpause for a little bit, get some money flowing. I don't have enough for a female, unfortunately. It doesn't seem. This is 1 star. This is 2 star. Don't have enough for anyone except for this guy who has 0 fertility for some reason. Vet research is complete. Let me go ahead and check on that. Skunk has been completed. I probably want to go ahead and start researching some sort of disease immunity. And go back, and then I just borreliosis, whatever that is. I don't even know what disease affects what animal. But what I do know is that I can go ahead and attempt to enrich nutrients. Could I go ahead and go into the animals and go to food? Let's give them like a better quality of food so they get better nutrients. And enrichment, social, adult population, genetics. Well, how's the skunk doing? Longevity, 17%. Social, they're doing pretty well. Enrichment, they're doing good. They just need less long grass, which was unfortunately added to the habitat when I was, let me see, terrain? Would it be in terrain? Okay. Long grass, short grass. I'll optimize the enclosure for them a little bit. Close out of that and see if the skunk or the raccoons need any less of anything. Alright, the raccoons seems to be doing fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and unpause and let me see. I was trying to import. Okay, now there are more females available. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly adopt this female. And what about you? You have 50, 50, 50. This guy has decent genetic. Might as well, right? Might as well adopt you to give us a better genetic pool. And then I'm going to send to the zoo. Animal trading. Animal storage. Send to the zoo. Alright, deliver as scheduled. And then I can go ahead and see what type of requirement they're going to need. This starting area is starting to look very crowded. I might end up moving some of the shop to over here. What's this TV doing? Educational board not set. Let me go ahead and set that to the raccoon. I'm glad I caught that quickly. And then, where's the speaker at? You guys are blocking the speaker. Speaker. This is raccoon. And then speaker. This is skunk. Animal has escaped. What do you mean? Okay. That's not good. Edit barrier. This one in particular. Barrier on the left. Alright, that should be fine and dandy now. Might have to add more keepers. VIP guest has arrived. It's probably just myself. Ooh, what's over here? Remove protester. Claim that reward real quick. Move. Please. What about you? Move. Wyatt. Okay, donkeys. Let me see what type of enrichment you need, guys. Hard shelter. So, is there a way for me to... Facility? Hard shelter? Or nature habitat? Beds and shelter. Aquatic habitat. Aquatic habitat. Aquatic. Panic zoo shelter. Oh, this is huge. Hold up. This is even huger. Little shed. I think this is pretty cool, but maybe a little bit bigger. 4x4x4, 8x4x2. Oh, this one is pretty cool. I'm gonna place you right beside the wall. Maybe this is how it's supposed to look like. There we go. There's a hard shelter for you guys. And then you guys seem to be doing good on the long grass and stuff. And then environment, enrichment. Let me go ahead and start the research and also find a new keeper. Staff, keeper, boom. I probably have to drop you on the path, don't I? Alright. And then research. Do I have to assign you physically? Shirt color, no. See, these are the beds, these are the keepers. I'm going to add work zone. Alright, these, there we go. And then what about these as well? And then that's good. I think that is adequate work zone. And then here we have, I'm gonna pause again so I can assign this other keeper work zone. There we go. So they can, oh no, deselect that, deselect that, select that. Just select that for now and unpause. I definitely need research, enrichment, advanced diagnostic. Stop that, and then I'm gonna put you in donkey research. Alright, that's the only way to do it without having to hire more staff immediately. Hopefully the donation bins are racking in money for us now. Okay, let me go ahead and move these closer to the wall. I'll probably duplicate you and then just place you guys amongst the wall to hide in the wooden frame. And then I'll probably use something else for the other side. Alright. See what else, what other plants we can use. Environment. North America. Plants. Something big. Moss. Something large. What about these? I use these for these walls. Oh no, that's not cool. Not very well placed on my part. Okay, so they obviously did not like that bush. What about these? These are too short. What about you? Does that work for you? Okay, that works. I'll put these amongst these walls. Alright, that's pretty cool. I don't mind the plants phasing out a little bit. Let me go ahead and place another donation bin over here. Facility bin. Donation box is not, it's very clearly a bin. I'm not sure why they call it a box. Monitor device. Go ahead and place a habitat board right here, and then put a speaker, ambience, educational speaker, and then do animal, donkey, and then do speaker, donkey. There we go. Even though the donkeys are not having great enrichment right now, that's because I literally do not have any enrichment. Oh, actually I do. That was a lie. Habitat bedding. Boom. There you go. There's some bedding for you. Heater. Water jets. What? Does these work for you? It actually do. Okay, hold on. I'm probably going to create a pond for the donkey as well, so they can just straight up drink water out of the pond. And I was thinking over here, sculpting, push, lower the intensity a little bit by just a little bit. Just a tad bit. Do a little pond right here. And I'll probably do water, calm water. There we go. And then I'll do you selected. What do I want to use? I probably want to use rock. Then mix with a little bit of heavy soil because it's underwater and stuff. Smooth rock. Intensity definitely a lot lower. Maybe size lower as well. So I can paint the side a little bit more. Alright, and then some short grass on the bottom would be nice. Yeah, that's a little pond I can enjoy water out of. And then let me deselect the terrain tool and use habitat enrichment, water jet rock. There we go. Some enrichment for you. And then a little water bowl. Where's the food bowl at? Food trout medium. There we go, there's some food. Inspector arrived in 10 months. You have a little bit of time. Mechanical research complete. Barriers level 2, right? Barriers level 2. Steel post. And then we get concrete, and then we get electric, and then we get one way. Who's Sue Tipton is. Hello. Might as well. Ooh. Might do like a mud pit for him as well. I feel like that would be pretty cool. What was I thinking? Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Donkey, sheep. See if there's any sheep in the market. On the market, fertility. This gal has higher fertility, low longevity. Go ahead and pick up this girl and then another guy. This guy is pretty cool, 2 stars. This guy is a lot better, lower fertility, but higher everything else. I'm gonna go ahead and adopt him. And then now I'm gonna go into animal trading. And then send you to the zoo, baby. Alright. Okay, cancel move. That means they are already on the move. And I probably have to give them another hard shelter as well, so I'll probably put it over here on this side. Habitat, hard shelter, 4x4, 4x4, 8x4x4. This is huge. This is pretty cool, I think. I'll place you right here, and then I'll probably adjust the wall so I can match that. Edit barrier. This thing right here. This one. And then I'll place another donation board. Where is it? Donation board. Right here. And then speaker right here. And then, where is it? Box donation. Donation box. Right here. Close out of that and see if I can set it to the sheeps. There we go. Sheeps. How the donation box doing? This is taking some income. Not a lot, but something. Go ahead and see if I can give you guys some enrichment. What do you need? Environmental enrichment, terrain enrichment. You probably need some more short grass, which is fine. Should be easily accessible. Up the intensity a little bit. Okay, maybe up the size to 3. This is like kind of like your side of the enclosure, and I also want to make sure, close out of that. How you guys doing? You guys are doing fine as well. What about the enrichments? You need more habitat enrichment, bedding. The large bedding. Hey, there we go. There's some large bedding available for you. Kind of vary it a little bit. What else do you need? Water trouts. I'm gonna exit out of that for now. VIP visitor. Who's this guy? Who's this person? No idea who this is. But apparently they're a VIP visitor. Oh, where is... Okay, challenge. Community challenge. I'm going to go into the research tab real quick, and then... How is this research going? It's almost done, and I'm gonna speed up time a little bit. Inspector arrive in 7 months. I might also consider putting my staff on training, even though that's going to increase their salary, their need. Oh, habitat has damage barrier. What? Okay, maintenance request, urgent, please. What about? Do I need another mechanic? I might need another mechanic. Energy is low. Energy is low. I might also need another. I'm just gonna go ahead and create another common room. I guess I don't remember what they're called. Facility, quarantine, staff room, small staff room. I'm gonna create another staff room over here, so my employees have a place to rest. This is a very human zoo where we're not hosting a sweatshop. We definitely care for our employees. Ooh, skunk has a offspring. Or has a couple of offspring. Let me look at the animal tab, because I do want to eventually start releasing 2 years and 1. Can I go ahead and send to the trade center? Bronze 3-star. Does this mean they're gold star? Because if I can send to the trade center, move to the trade center. These guys, I'm gonna keep the parents, then move to trade center, and then animal trading, the trade center. Reset filters. Is that how I can see them? Reset all filters. Reset all filters. Trade history, reward. Where is my raccoons? Animal trading. Market. Yeah, too many. Too little C. Does it just show up in the market? I'm a little confused. Where is the trade center? Keeper site. Trade center 1. Open animal storage. You've stored animal 1. Select is all 0. What? Species. All species. Any species. No filter. No age. What? I'm confusion. How do I trade those animals? Is this game bugging out? Do they have to physically? What happened? Zoo? Okay, so they're still over here. Sent to the trade center. Sent to the trade center. Move to the trade center. Okay, so the donkeys are already about to mate. That's kind of funny. Donkey is expecting offspring. That is very, very quickly. That happened so quickly. Okay. Sent to zoo. Hold on, let me see. Can I compare mates? How do I release these guys? Okay, so there are still juvenile. I see. I'll have to raise them a little bit more before I can trade them. I see. That's understandable. That's understandable. I understand the mission. Our zoo is pretty much breaking even at this point. I'm not making a lot of money from the donation box. The sheep donation box is not receiving any love. Hold on. Maybe I just have to place these guys. Right here. Move you. Right here. Move you. Right here. Alright, give me money. What about you guys? The raccoons are receiving love. The raccoons are receiving love for sure. The skunks are receiving love. They are receiving some love. Let me see how the welfare of these animals are doing. Okay, let me see. Too many. Many guests think the tickets are underpriced. Oh man, I can help that for sure. Oh shit. 24 hours, first of all. Adults at 3. No, adults should be at, realistically, adults at 10. Adults at 12, alright? And then kids at $8. Alright, now do you still think no wonder why we weren't making money, is because the tickets were underpriced. That is completely fair. Glad that was brought to my attention. What is this that I'm missing connecting? Guest numbers. Breed habitat species. There we go. Exhibit animal. I wonder how I'm going to be doing exhibit animals. But pretty much I think for the... Ooh, that is going up pretty quickly. Research complete. Okay, continue. I'm going to stop the research on that and then drop it onto the sheep. So can bring some enrichment onto the sheep animals and whatnot. Quantity, last use. Are they hungry? Hold on. Are they going hungry? Keeper request. Make sure these animals have food. Cause I'm not sure if they could be eating the long grass or whatever. But I want to make sure the animal doesn't starve. Alright, let me just also check on the animals. Because The raccoons essentially have pretty good statistic for their offspring. Contraception. I don't know what that means even. Might have to look it up. Inspector arrive in 4 months. Can I please have? What are you doing? Are you a keeper? How about that food? Do you not have a way to walk over here? Like, what's going on? Overprice. Damn. Well, what about $10 instead of 12? 10. All right. Are you donating? You are still not donating to the sheep. Why is that? Are you donating to the donkey? A little bit. Do you still think that tickets are overpriced? Staff happiness, average animal welfare, total gas happiness 92%. Zoo reputation, marketing. Oh, let me see. Crime? What about crime? What about marketing that we can do? Marketing campaign, active marketing campaign. I wonder how we do marketing campaign. Education per species. Yes, education, rating, conservation, animal talk, transportation, memorials, audio, visual, finance, marketing, poster campaign, 1 year, low impact marketing, cereal box advertisement, newspaper advertisement, and then these are the mediums. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can do a couple of marketing campaigns. Marketing spend. It's actually my first time spending money on marketing, so which is going to increase my conservation or increase my marketing rating, which increase the overall rating of the zoo. The research is complete. Is that for donkey? Can look at the donkey and see what I can bring for them. I can bring them toys and food enrichment, fun facts, food unlock level 2. Alright, I'm gonna go into enrichment, habitat, sprinklers. Alright, give you guys another sprinkler right here. You're gonna enjoy that. Snowball. Give you a snowball. Food enrichment. This is a food enrichment. There we go. Why are these not being filled? Are you kidding me right now? Like, are you a keeper? Vets conducting research. You are. Still think the ticket price is overpriced, huh? What about $9? 9 and 7. Mechanical research is completed. Another barrier. I need 1 more before I can. 2 more. Still think tickets are overpriced. Happiness are going down. What about $8? $8. You still think $8 are overpriced? 8 and 6. I don't think I can drop it lower than that, bro. Can I call the keeper? Like, where is the keeper at? Because at this point I'm not even sure if the animals are being properly fed. Still think tickets are overpriced? Is that right? I'll do 7 and 5. What about that? What'd you think about that? Also, these guys are littering. Gotta throw down a couple of bins. Recycling bin. Alright, could you please refill the food for me? Because you're the keeper, right? Oh my, that's a lot of poo tied to clear up habitat 3. Habitat. Could you please fill up the food for me, bud? The sheep educational board is not receiving any money. Donkey is receiving some. Skunk just resets. Raccoon is receiving some. Emma is about to mate again. Emma is expecting offsprings again. How are my other raccoons? Okay, I think it's actually time for me to release them, right? Because there we go. And then we're going to send them to the trade center. Move to the trade center, and then we can look at specifically how much they're worth each. Okay, we can trade for 105, release to the wild. Okay, I definitely want to trade for conservation credit. This guy has really good fertility and good immunity. I want to see if I can get 150 for him. Or maybe 120. So I don't want to be too outrageous about the price. Trade him for 100, her for 100. And then this guy for 75. Trade. Alright, there we go. Hopefully somebody picked these guys up. Still think tickets are overpriced. That is crazy. It's not even that much higher than what it used to be. It used to be at $3 for adults and kids. Donation box, that's skunks and the raccoons. What about this? Can I manually ask them to clean that up? Donation box, donkey getting 120, sheep's getting $6.14. Inspector has arrived. How's these going? Conservation credit. Not too sure how I can raise the conservation rating. Guess education rating. What about these? Hold on. Strep skunk. Image. Default. Skunks. Periodic. Power cost 0. Can I? Where is the inspector at? Overpriced still. Are you kidding me? $5 and $4. View report. Cleanliness. Education 0 star. Is that right? These last potentially are going to require another maintenance before I end this video. How do I do that? I don't remember. Close out of that. What if I just select that? Viewing dome entrance. Fetch research completed. Probably for the donkeys again. Hold on. Where my sheep research? Toy enrichment, food enrichment, fun fact, educational board bonus. What about these? This donation box is not receiving any money. Might move you two over here. Maybe that's because not as many guests go over there. Put you right here. There you go. Hopefully now that donation box is in the way of these people, I hopefully can get some money in that donation box. And I'm also thinking about, hold on, I was sheep. There we go. And now I can look into some music now. I can look into some enrichment for the sheeps. Enrichment, toy enrichment, grab ball. Is that what you want? You want a grab ball? And then can I place this scare call feeder? Another grab ball. Here you go, I guess. Hold on. No, that's not. You're not supposed to be there. Boom. Are you happy now? You have 2 grab balls. What? What about Sense Maker? Is that a toy for you? There we go. And then I'm gonna move you. Z. Put you right here, I guess. Alright, a couple of grab balls. I'm gonna delete this, get some money back, because I think that is enough for you for now. You're doing pretty well in terms of welfare. Let me go back to the challenges. Claim that reward real quick. Low welfare. Why? How dare you? Has severely low, severe animal welfare issue. But why? Why do you have welfare issue? Slow feeder. Let me see. Do you need another feeder? Heater. Water trout. Tennis ball. Is you right here? That should be good enrichment. And also, why do you have low welfare? Alright, it's time for me to look into the beaver, and I think after that I am going to end the video. Animals, animal trading, beaver. This girl, high immunity, decent fertility, might as well. I just go ahead and pick her up. And then I just also look for a male counterpart that has the healthiest stat, which is probably going to be you, which I am going to pick up. And then now I go into the animal storage, then send to zoo. Boom. Alright, now that we have beavers, we have a couple of new baby raccoon in the enclosure. Hopefully my raccoons end up selling from the trade center. How are the donation been doing? It's still netting $0. Skunks. Hold on. Why am I getting skunk donation from over here? Beaver arrived at the zoo. Hopefully the enrichment is shared between these animals. Animal toy enrichment. Give you another underwater plant feeder box. That's cool. I'll throw you right there. Might end up expanding the water. The sheeps are about to have an offspring. Claim reward on that. Another player visitor. The skunks have very low welfare for some reason that I don't like. Let me know down in the comment below if you know how to check why these animals are having low welfare. Social welfare, at least. Because their social welfare is at 0%, is in distress trying to hide. So, does that mean I can just duplicate this and then spin you around with Z right here and put you right here? Probably put you right here and then remove the grass, those plants. Then this plants remove. These plants remove. There's another harsh shelter for you so you can hide. Beavers are also low welfare. Probably most likely because they're trying to hide too, right? Land area. More land area, more swimming area. Deeper water area. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to have to expand this place whenever I come back. But yes, I think I am going to end the video here. I hope you guys have been enjoying this series so far. If you are enjoying this series, please consider pressing that like and subscribe button, as it do help me out a whole lot. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a screenshot somehow, somewhere, for this video. This beaver is pretty cool. What about you? Camera. Let me see if I can wait for a good angle on him or her. I don't remember the gender of this dude. Alright, well, what about right here? Go towards your friend right there. Alright, I feel like this would be a pretty cool thumbnail for my video. But yes, if you have been enjoying this video, please press that like and subscribe button, as it do help me out a whole bunch, because I am just starting out on YouTube and I'm still trying to figure out how to better commentate and just play games, you know. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.